She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
The same curve. I always run over that. Ah! She's that respectable girl. He can get it on. He's got the dong. He's got the dong. He can get it on. Dong.
Wow.
Dong.
Wow.
So today's subject is actually something I've been wanting to talk about sort of since I got here. I feel like people have already talked about this ad nauseum, but maybe you should hear it from me. All right, so our old apartment, I'm gonna do a little story time basically. So we used to live around Salmiya in Kuwait. So the apartment that you're seeing circulating online before we lived here was Salah's apartment, and I stayed there after we were married. Being forced to take a week off has made me reflect a lot, so I'm actually thankful for that. And I'd say that negativity just breeds negativity, and it's no matter what I say or explain away, it's just falling on deaf ears. So I'm just gonna save myself the mental anguish and just live my life.
In hindsight, this is quite funny because, as we will see later, she uploaded another video, and it's about reaction channels and a community post which is about more reaction channels. So
you are free to comment any constructive feedback you like, but when it comes to drama and negativity, I'd rather just keep it away from my channel, even if that means axing some hate watching views. I'm hoping that in time I will redeem myself enough that I will build a more positive audience. I guess you would call it like a bachelor pad. It was all he really needed, was just a small place for himself, and he was working and living on his own and doing his own thing. A side note is, no, our place here is not perfect. It's not the most luxurious. It's not luxurious at all. I know there's lack of decoration and everything, but for us it's perfect, and we actually have a lot of plans to travel in the future, so there's no point for us in investing too much into a place here at the moment. So even though the apartment was small, it was quite charming. I'm used to living in smaller apartments. I've lived in small apartments for most of my life, and to me the size of the apartment is not important. It was the size of his heart.
basically she's just talking about the apartment like she's been living there her whole life, or the 2 years that Salah was living there, and talking about beautiful memories. Like, I don't know, this video was weird. I don't know what she over explained, the gestures that Salah made to her, the adjustments and everything. I don't know, it's just weird.
There's also a lot of information being demanded from us that we just don't feel that we owe people, so a lot of things will just remain private. But I wanted to share this story with you a little bit and talk about, you know, just the fondness I feel when I think about the old place, because it was our first time being together as husband and wife, and just the little efforts that Salah put into it to make me feel welcome made all the difference and made it a really special little place for us.
So after that video, maybe the next day, I think I'm not sure, I couldn't keep up. She says, "Hey guys, one more thing, and I think it's important to say. While I acknowledge that reaction channels are a thing and so is online criticism, I don't agree that it is fair for another creator to steal the views of another. I just uploaded my video not even an hour ago, and already a reaction channel has gone live to review it." I think she's talking about FFG, and just saying that went live a little bit after she uploaded this video. "I will have to check with YouTube if there's anything that can be done about this. I doubt there is, unfortunately. But in the meantime, if you want to support me, please do not watch these content thieves. I am not sure about this, but I don't know if it's against the terms of service to encourage your audience not to watch other people's content. I don't quote me on this. I really don't know for sure, but I don't know if you can do this. I find it demoralizing taking the time to create content only to have it stolen moments later after upload. I have a large hate-watching community who would rather give the views to someone else, but the problem is, this isn't their content. If you have something relevant to say regarding my content, fine, but just re-uploading or streaming my entire video so that an audience of haters can pick it apart without anything relevant to add is just wrong in my opinion. Imagine if you took the time to create something and to open yourself up to your audience only to have a lot of views stolen by someone else who who doesn't create their own content, but uses yours for their own gain and to further spread negativity or falsehoods about your situation and content. It's to the point that I barely feel it's worth it sometimes to even bother anymore. Anyway, I hope at least some of you understand my point of view on this as a creator. Thanks for the support. Here is a comment that I want to touch on and prove that Chantal likes to lie and manipulate and gaslight her audience into thinking this is what she did when this is not. So, somebody said, not all reaction channels do what you're saying they do. I know there are some who have hard-ons for you just like you do for them. There are plenty of reaction channels that actually have talking points throughout their reaction content or edit your content a day or two later and react to it, and still you have an issue with it. But truthfully, any reaction channel who reacts to your content, regardless of when they do it, you hate it. LOL. So at the end of the day, you just want any and all reaction channels to stop covering you, and that just won't happen. And Chantal responded, not at all. Zachary Michael makes 60k views a video, but at least he doesn't use my content. He discusses points about it, and I don't have an issue. I don't mind reactors. My issue is what I described above. This person responded in a way that I remember her talking about this. He says, and you have come at Zachary Michael tons of times complaining that he shouldn't be able to make money off of your content. At the end of the day, you want reaction channels to stop reacting to you. You're not okay with any of it. You've said this numerous times over the years and even as recently in the last few weeks. But she deletes and she tries to make up a new narrative that fits her perspective at the moment. So that's what happens when you try to call out Chantal. It won't work. Hi, Beezers! I'm super excited to get back to live streams. They will be members only from now on, and I will resume in a bit. Sola and I actually came down with a cold or flu shortly after I recorded my last video. I miss you guys and can't wait to bees. I will be flying home within 3 weeks, OMG, and I will do some members only content exclusive for you guys. Love yas and wish you all well. Then after this, Pete's went live and people saw BBJ going down the stairs, and people are kind of worried that she's limping or something. To be fair, my cat does that when she's being lazy. She doesn't want to go down the stairs, so she kind of limps in between each step. But since it is an elderly cat, I would be concerned because, they can be in pain. They don't show it, like their hips or their bones may not work properly, so maybe she's limping. I would at least take her to the vet, but it is Chantal and Pete's, which, look at the conditions Timbit was living in. I don't expect them to do anything, honestly. It's just a shame all around. Anyway, she uploaded this right after talking about reaction channels being content thieves, and she just uploaded somebody else's entire video with so little commentary, which wouldn't be fair use, to be honest. She didn't edit the video. She just let it play, screen recorded. That's part of the video. It was 23 minutes long, might I add. And she just straight up uploaded it. So yeah, she is saying that FFG is overreacting and, same old. Here's a couple comments from the video, which she opened comments, but she's deleting every single negative one, unless it's negative about reaction channels. You see that? You see what she's doing? She doesn't want negativity or hate, but it's only towards her. She opens negativity and hate towards any reaction channel. Just want to make that clear. Somebody said, I don't like Chantal, but FFG's hate is beyond comprehension. Why do you watch Chantal so much if you hate her? Why do you get excited when Foodie rages only to heap verbal abuse upon her? Your audience revels in this hate and gives you hundreds in super chats to hear you verbally abuse Chantal. And she says, and YouTube allows it. So it's not okay for other people to rage, but it's okay for Chantal to rage. Because let's not forget the multiple rages she deleted throughout her entire channel. Almost like millions of views that she deleted of rages. But it was okay when she was doing it. Now it's not okay. Somebody else says, I don't understand why people are going crazy over BBJ. She's old and doing fine. Cats shake and cough and sneeze and fart. LOL, hang in there, girl. Love ya. Listen, if you have a pet, I just feel bad for your pet, for your cat. Old cats, if they shake, that is a cause for concern. Cats don't shake. What are you talking about? Yes, cats do cough and sneeze when they have a cold. And fart, yes, they do. But the cats don't shake just because. So somebody was talking about what Chantal was gonna do about FFG's, I guess, obsession that she says. And she says, oh, believe me, she will be dealt with, hopefully. Her and Nattered. And then she made a comment saying, people are making claims about my cat when they are not veterinarians. I took BBJ to the vet months ago. She is old and deteriorating. Sorry, I couldn't say that for some reason. Why would you say this? It's not a plant. You don't just say a cat deteriorates. It's called life. If you want to outrage, do it to God. Somebody said, God, are you not converting then? I don't know if that's something you would say, but it doesn't sound right to me. Also, you suck, Chantal. You really suck. So basically here,